What is up, YouTubelets? It is PuddlesA1 here, and I'm bringing you another narrated Wi-Fi battle. So today, guys, I got an OU match against the TheAlphaRanger. He's a guy I'm on the Smoking server, and without him, there would be no battle for you guys to watch. So, following the tradition of having a sub-roost bird like I do in Ubers with Ho-Oh and UU with Honchkrow, I decided to bring that field to OU in the form of Star Raptor. So, I have a specially defensive Rotom and Celebi. For those of you that have been with me for a while, I said I would never use a Rotom, but it has good synergy with Celebi, so I decided to put it on this team. And then I have Fortress that's physically defensive and has hazards. A very special Lucario I'll talk about later. And like I have the Kingdra and UU, I have a Choice Specs Hydreigon, but it's modest as opposed to Timon, just because I feel like if I can get off Thunder Waves, it'll have a better, it'll hit harder because it's modest. So anyway, here we go. He's going to lead off with the Landorus. I'm going to lead off with Celebi. And Cheese is like, he's my main man. For those of you that don't know, Cheese is my man. And this whole backdrop is for him. So I see this Landorus coming in. And my first thought was like, okay, he's probably got the U-turn. But then I was like, no, looking at his team composition, he's probably just the physical, defensive, stealth rocking lead that most are nowadays. And it turns out that he is. And I'm just going to go for the U-turn, get right out of there. Because I do not want to take anything this guy has. Because I am not physically defensive anymore. I am specially defensive. So I go out in a Rotom to threaten him out with the Hydro Pump. And then I was debating on whether or not I should go for the Thunder Wave or the Hydro Pump, predicting, or like the Thunder Wave to predict the switch out, or the Hydro Pump just to hit it hard. Turns out he's going to stay in here, misses the Stone Edge, which will come into play later, but not too much right now because I'm just going to go for the Hydro Pump, and I'm going to take it out. I'm going to clean take it out, if you will. So I was thinking that this crit here mattered, but he said he calced it and that it doesn't matter. I'm still on the fence about it because I'm specially defensive, and I think he said he had 200 HP EVs. If someone wants to run the calc and tell me, that'd be cool. But he sends in this Rotom, or he sends in this Reuniclus here. I'm just going to go for the Volt Switch because I'm not too sure what this Rotom's going to want to do. I'm not sure if it's the Trick Room set or if it's a Calm Mind set. So I go on my Fortress because I feel like I could benefit if it's the Trick Room set. So I see Calm Mind here, so I automatically know that I made a bad prediction. And but at the same time, it's a good prediction because I need to get my rocks out of there. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go for my own rocks because he does have the Weavile. And Weavile, you know, if it's Life Orb, it's going to do a lot to itself. But I don't really deal with Weaviles in OU that often, so I'm not too sure. And he's going to go for the Focus Blast here. And I was thinking, okay, it's just going to take me back below half a little bit. But it takes me all the way down to 21 where I almost get KO'd. And I was like, oh my god, that is a powerful Focus Blast at +1. So I go for the Rapid Spin just to get rid of all of my hazards. And, well, all the hazards on my side of the field. He's going to take me out with a Psychic, and that's fine. Fortress did its job. But I am already down in the hole there, so I don't have a physically defensive wall anymore. So I'm going to go for the Dark Pulse here. I calced it, and I think he had already taken 25% is my rough estimate. And if he did, then 75, I think, 0.6 was the calc that I got for a Choice Specs modest Dark Pulse that's super effective on the Reuniclus at +1. That was a lot of words and calculations there, but that's what I'm pretty sure it is. So what my thought process here is that he sends in Terrakion to threaten me out with the obvious close combat, but the way he brought it in kind of tells me that he could also have X-Scissor to catch my Celebi off guard. So that's why I went into my Rotom, and had he hit me with the Stone Edge, this close combat might have taken me out because I'm not sure how much the Stone Edge would have done. I'm not sure how much attack investment he has on his Landorus, but I'm just going to say that it probably would have taken me out. But knowing that the close combat is, he's probably locked into it, I can just go right into my Celebi and take it like a champ. Even though I am not physically defensive, I take it so well, and I'm just going to go straight for the Thunder Wave, predicting the switch out as he brings in this Weavile, and I was like, perfect, caught this thing off guard, no longer a threat, it is neutered. So he is, I don't know why he's using Weavile. I mean, to use it over Mammal Swine is probably what it is, but then things like Thunder Wave have a chance to hit it, and it loses its priority and stuff. So I'm gonna go for the U-turn, thinking he's gonna go for the Ice Shard or the Ice Punch, but it turns out he goes for the Pursuit, and he's gonna take out my Cheese, which really hurts me in the heart because I love Cheese, probably one of my favorite Pokemon to use in any battle ever. So Cheese did a good job, paralyzed some guys, U-turned out, scouted, all that good stuff. So I'm gonna go on to Lucario, predicting that he is choiced in some way, seeing as how he didn't have any Life Orb. And so I'm going to set up, but not the Swords Dance, I'm going to set up the Agility. That's right, this is an Agility Lucario, really special. I don't know, I haven't seen any recently, so if you guys have, like, let me know so I don't, like, seem like a fool. But I go for the Agility, and I am adamant Life Orb. I'm not sure if that matters with speed as far as I'm concerned with like base 108 Pokemon or stuff like that, like 110 Pokemon, whatever Pokemon that can outspeed it. But I am adamant. I go for the crunch. It does a balls ton to this Jellicent, which I'm guessing is probably not physically defensive just because it took so much. But he doesn't burn me on the Scald, which is great. And he goes out into his Terrakion to get the justified boost. And at this point, I was like, well, maybe I should switch out just because I'm not sure if Scarf Terrakion outspeeds +2 Lucario. But I was thinking, just because Lucario's base speed is like 90 or something, I think if you would double that, I think it would be more than a +1 108 base speed. So I stay in, risking it, and I go for the close combat as he brings in the Weavile. And I'm going to take out the Weavile. The Weavile really wasn't going to do anything. I mean, he probably could have saved it to go for the Ice Shard later because that's what he wanted to do. But personally, I'm not sure it would have done that much, even though I would have been at minus, a couple, just because of the close combats that I'm about to dish out. So here he just does a lot of switching, and that's why I was really kind of hard pressed to go for some moves because I didn't want to over predict. So here I'm going with my gut feeling, like, oh, he might want to stay in because what's Magnezone going to do? So I go for the close combat. It's not the case, and now he switches out here as I go for the crunch, and he goes back into the Magnezone. So I was like, okay, that's fine. He's probably just going to want to stay with the Magnezone here, hopefully. And so I go for the crunch, and it's not going to do anything. Like, it did more to the Terrakion, but that was because it was a crit. And actually, I'm kind of surprised for that damage, to be honest. So I go for the close combat here. He doesn't end up switching out. So I was like, okay, cool. Caught this thing off guard. And I remember in the chat I was like, just let me kill something, because it was just balls. He just kept bouncing back and forth between Pokemon, and I was like, oh my god, my Lucario is so upset right now. So I can only survive one more Life Orb recoil thing. So I'm predicting him to come in with his Jellicent here and then go out to his Terrakion, because that's what he's been doing, right? But no, he stays in and goes for the recover. So I was like, oh balls, now I don't really have much to deal with this Terrakion. So I'm just gonna go straight for that close combat, or not that close combat, that crunch now, just because the damage that I did the first time brought it into around, well, like really low yellow. So I'm thinking that another crunch from, really low green would be able to take it out, and it does. So Lucario cleaning up shop here, but he does still have that Terrakion. Now he's gonna go in. I'm gonna go into Rotom as he does go into the Terrakion. I'm not sure if I really want to take a close combat, just because I'm not too sure if I can take it out with a Brave Bird on its own for my Staraptor. So what I do is I actually just let my Rotom die so he can get some recoil. And then I was like, I don't know why I didn't want to go for Brave Bird. Like, I can go for the close combat and take him out. So he actually goes for the close combat, and I know for a fact that I can take it as long as he's Choice Scarfed. Turns out he is Choice Scarfed, live on 14 HP, and then I get to go for a close combat of my own. He's at -2, so that's going to be good game, TheAlphaRanger. I really enjoyed this battle. For those of you that don't know TheAlphaRanger, he has a YouTube channel, but he hasn't uploaded yet. So if you guys want to preemptively subscribe to this guy before he gets an ace card, then by all means, his link will be in the team preview from the Landorus all the way to that Terrakion. It'll take you directly to his page. Subscribe to him in hopes that he has good videos later on. So if you want, you can go ahead and click the Fortress to see my last video. Click the Celebi to see my next one when I upload it. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Tumblr. Add me on Skype. I missed some stuff, but PuddlesA1 is the name throughout all that. If you guys click A1's videos, it'll take you to my PMP beta upload for those of you that haven't seen it. And if you click the Versus button there in the middle, it'll take you to Green Scrafty's channel, and he is a guy that I battled yesterday, and he 6-0'd me with the team that I used on the Pokemon Pit beta upload, and it is great. I'm so happy he uploaded it. So thank you guys for watching. Peace, love, and later, Gators.